Hi, if you're new here, my name's Spencer and I'm obsessed with stickers. Hi everyone, my name's Spencer and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing my March bullet journal setup and let's just jump right into it. So a couple things are different this month. One is that I'm actually working on my easel as I'm in the middle of a pain flare and leaning over my desk is just not doable. So I've got an easel set up and that's holding my bullet journal up a bit. That does mean that my setup has had a bit of a glow up though, and gone is my makeshift overhead camera and it's now replaced with a fancy schmancy gooseneck phone holder. So I apologise for any shakiness, because getting used to that is very weird. I think I'm also going to try and get a board or something to go across my easel to make the background a little more aesthetically pleasing. So please just bear with me in this video. So for March I decided to go with a Polaroid theme. There wasn't any particular reason for this, I just really like Polaroids and I got a Polaroid camera a few Christmases ago and I love it so much, so that's what I decided to go for. It's also really simple and easy, so if any of you want to recreate it, it's really basic, but it's also easy on me because I don't have to do too much complicated drawing or sketching or anything like that. I can just, it's basically just squares. I think the most complicated thing I drew was the camera on this cover page. It gives you an idea of how this setup is gonna go. We're going really chill, really relaxed. Just gonna sit back and vibe. I'm mostly sticking to like black, white and grey for this month, but I decided to have some metallic accents on pages as well, just to add a little bit more interest. And I do go through and use my stickers, of course, because I love using stickers. Hi, if you're new here, my name's Spencer and I'm obsessed with stickers. So I'm just starting off this setup with my cover page, which is just a Polaroid half developed coming out of the camera with the title on it. I copied the font Baby Blue, I think it was called. I'll put a link to the font in the description. So yeah, I just started with that and then drew a very basic Instax camera using my own as reference. This wasn't complicated at all. This was really easy on my hands and I could just sit and listen to audiobooks as I did this. I didn't have to concentrate too much. To draw this, I'm using my Sakura Pigma pen in 05, so nothing too fancy. I didn't want the lines to be too thick or too small. I also decided to take the drawing across the page slightly, so it didn't look like a quote page and a cover page, but they kind of went together a bit better. Speaking of quotes, this month's is "It's okay if your best looks different today." This is something one of my friends says to me a lot. And it's to help remind me that, you know, doing your best does look different. So one day your best can be being the most productive being that's ever existed. But sometimes your best looks like getting up out of bed and eating breakfast. You know, like it varies and that's okay. I think it's just as well this is the quote for this month because I don't think this quote page is my best work, but it is something that I made in the middle of a pain flare and I got it finished. So once again, Kathy Hayes' words of wisdom, done is better than perfect, come true once again. And actually, I do think this page ends up quite cute, even though it was a bit of a struggle. I decided just to colour in this font in solid black for the lowercase words, just to keep with that black and white theme and keep things simple. So I didn't actually use a variety of pens, I pretty much just used my Sakura Pigma pens in 05 and 10. Very simple, very easy. You could do this with a fine liner, you could do this with a felt tip pen, like whatever you have to hand will work for this if you want to recreate it, and probably do it better than I did. I also thought I would try to outline the lowercase words with a silver metallic pen, but as you can see, this did not go well. This pen was fighting me the entire time. I think I was doing that, like trying to get it to work for about 10-15 minutes, but the gods were against me on that. So I finally gave up and used my gold pen instead. This one is the same make as the silver pen, which is a Pilot fine liner marker, but for some reason the silver just didn't want to work, so we went gold instead, and that's okay. So I just filled in the uppercase letters with this gold pen instead of the silver. And actually I think I do prefer this. I quite like the contrast between the black and the gold. And I will not sing that song. Nope, get it out of my head. I also decided that it wasn't really worth it trying to outline the lowercase letters, and I liked them how they looked. So I did try and go over where I'd attempted to put the silver marker on the first word. Again, this sort of worked, it sort of didn't, but I don't really notice it and I don't really care. So, and it's my bullet journal, so yeah, you do you if you want to recreate this at all. So after I finished the cover page, I went on and used that same gold marker to colour in the title on the Polaroid and all the little gold flecks. And then I took my thicker Sakura Pigma pen and coloured in all the areas that I wanted to be black. Did anyone else get those handwriting sheets in primary school where you had to trace over the letters with a coloured pen to learn how to write them? I remember getting told off once because I basically just coloured in the gaps in the letters like I'm doing here, instead of just writing over the top of them. In my defence, I did initially do it correctly, I just also got bored and coloured them in. I used two different pens to colour in the background of this Polaroid. I used the Sakura Pigma 05 to colour in between the letters, and then I used the fine liner end of my tombow jewel brush pen to colour in the rest of it. But every now and then I went over it with the brush tip in order to smooth out some of the areas. And I did also use the brush tip to do some of the bigger, emptier spaces on the Polaroid. This ruler, by the way, actually came from the Papergan February box, and I love it so much. I don't think rulers can be particularly good or bad, but this one is just really nice to use and really easy to clean. So, as someone who uses felt tip pens a lot, being able to clean it is quite important. And yeah, I really do enjoy it. This came with the February box. I always put links to the things that I use down in the description, or I note where I got it from, or where I was gifted it from. I'll put a link to the Papergan subscription box down in my description. I don't get any money for promoting that or anything, I just think it's really cool and it helps plant trees, so save the environment and get cute things. Actually, watching this back over as I'm recording this voiceover, it's reminding me that I need to buy more film for my Polaroid camera. Okay, and now we're on to the monthly setup. If you've watched any of my previous videos, my monthly setup doesn't really change because I like how this looks and it works best for me. So I create a banner across the top for the days of the week, and then I do boxes underneath for each day. This time I decided to draw like string going across the top with different Polaroids hanging down from it, and in the Polaroid squares I'll write the day of the week. Like February, March is a really nice month that starts on a Monday, and because I'm not American, my weeks start on a Monday too. So it looks really pretty and I really like it. Again, I tried to copy that baby blue font to do the first letter of each day of the week. And then just using my thick boy Sakura pen to do the outlines of these like sideways Polaroids. I believe each of these boxes are 7 across and 6 down, with the last 2 lines on the side being separated off. I think the only one that's slightly different is the Thursday box, because that's going across a crease in the page. So that one is slightly smaller, I think, but that doesn't bother me. As you can see, I got a little bit enthusiastic with my lines and drew some in the wrong place, but I'll show you how I'm going to fix that in a minute. It's really no big deal. Do not freak out if you draw things in the wrong place or make a mistake. It's fine. Remember, it's okay if your best looks different today. And this is what my best looked like. I've also just realised, whilst trying to think of things to talk about for this section, that I have officially been bullet journaling for 2 years now. Wow. Because I started in February 2019? Yeah, February 2019. So it's weird, man. It's weird. I didn't start posting until June 2020, but yeah. God, I feel like an old soul. Yeah, I apologise that this is slightly out of shot. I think I knocked the gooseneck. Once I'd put all the dates in and lined everything up, I went back in and coloured Monday to Friday in using one of my tombow dual brush pens again. I think this one is N65. No, it's not. Just seen the cap. It's not N65. This one is N79. So I used that to do the days of the week, and then I used the lighter N89 to do Saturdays and Sundays. This is just to create a little bit of difference between them and sort of keep with that black and white theme that I was going for, because I didn't put any gold on this page, I don't think. Actually, I did. There you go. I did put some gold on this page. I drew these little, they were supposed to be clips. They kind of came out like hearts. I don't mind, it's kind of cute. So I drew those across the top just to add that little flecks of gold. And then to fix the areas where I accidentally drew lines where there shouldn't be, I just covered it up with the stickers. Like, honestly guys, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need fancy equipment. You can just colour over it, you can put stickers over it. I've done things before where I've cut out extra notepaper and used that to stick over it. I had stickers to hand, so that's what I used here. I also then got these banner stickers and put them across the days that aren't actually in March, so those are April dates. And going on to my tracker page, I kind of struggled initially with coming up with an idea for these ones. Initially, I thought that I would do Polaroids for each habit and do mini calendars, but those are hard enough when you're not in the middle of a paint flare, so I was not going to be doing that this time. Instead, I decided to make each page a very big Polaroid. I also flipped them so the title was at the top of one of them and at the bottom of the other one, just to create a little bit of visual difference and interest. And I'm basically going to be using these exactly like I've used them in my past tracker spreads, where it's kind of a big chart, but all of those ticks and such will happen in the Polaroid picture space. I'll probably make this quite colourful, I think. I quite like my trackers to be colourful, so I might make them look kind of like vintage picture colours. I think I'm pretty much tracking the exact same habits that I have throughout the past couple months. I think I split some extras up, added a couple more for like meals, extra snacks, and I split exercise from just walking my dog, Bo. So because there are some days that I'll walk him, some days other people do, but I exercise in other ways, so I wanted a way to sort of track that. Once again, my mood and pain tracker just has, low mood, good mood, low pain, high pain. So the aim will be have long bars for the mood and short bars for the pain, but obviously I can't control my pain necessarily, but that would be nice. I wrote out all of the dates inside the Polaroid picture bit, and I'll tick across whatever I need to, habit wise or mood or pain wise. I coloured in the habit tracker title with the gold pen again. The gold works fine. I really don't know what's up with the silver one. I haven't done anything different with it than I have the gold one. So the gods were against me on that. The gods wanted gold this time. Yeah, I actually did that for both titles. Sorry, I thought I did something different on the mood and pain one, but I didn't. I just coloured that in gold too. Was I getting tired at this point? Probably. I was kind of exhausted doing most of this, but I was already late setting it up, so I just went for it. Oh, and there you go. You can see all the stuff that's underneath my easel, which is why I want to get a board to cover that up, so you don't see all the crap that I just shove onto the easel. The next page I'm doing for this monthly setup is a memories page. I like to have at least one new page each month linked to what I'm up to. So in January it was my happiness record, in February it's my Hangul cheat sheet. I will post a picture of that on my Instagram as well for you guys to see. And then this month I'm doing a memory spread because I want to. I don't really have a proper reason for that. I just wanted to, like, you take pictures to help you remember things. So hence this page. I probably won't be sticking any actual Polaroids on this page, but some of the stickers and stuff that I use to decorate Polaroids, I'm going to use those on this page to kind of create faux Polaroid pictures and whatnot. This time I just put the title in black because I wanted it nice and simple, and I will probably use gold for accents on the memories and such throughout the month, so I wanted to keep the title nice and bold. Oh, I did do the flex around the letter in gold actually, so there you go. Again, breaking out my Carpe Diem sticker book. I actually, my parents bought me one of these for Christmas last year, and I loved it so much that I'm kind of down to the last few stickers on it, so I messaged her the other day and asked, can I have some more please? And yeah, my mum sent me the link, so it's all good. Got more. And here is me forgetting that I'm working on my easel and not a flat surface. So I kind of dropped the stickers for the Polaroids all over the place, but yeah. This one also came off all in one go, which I've never had before, so I had to sort of separate it out after I put it on the page. But yeah, I'm basically going to use these stickers to create like journal cards throughout the month. This page does break the black and white, grey, gold theme that I had going, but I like it. It's cute and it looks good, and if it looks good, I'm more likely to use it. So I used a range of stickers and note cards and such to create this. The next page is a sort of journal basic, so I am creating a brain dump page and a notes page. I have been doing my notes in as part of my weeklies, but I keep forgetting to check back on other weeklies, so I'm creating a general space for those to exist. Those notes, those thoughts I have on like video ideas, story ideas, bullet journal theme ideas, things like that. It's nice to have them all in like more one place. So that's why I created these pages. Again, I just did the black title. Again, using the gold pen to create the little flecks that come off the first and last letter. And then I used the gold to create the title for the notes page, to sort of tie them together but have them look a little different. I'm actually really impressed. This gold pen doesn't create a lot of bleed through, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I flipped this so it had the black flecks instead of the gold flecks. And now I'm just putting in some extra stickers to decorate the page a little bit, but I really need that to be quite a simple page so that I can get as much information on it as possible. So here we're on to the last spread, which is my weekly spread for the first week of March. Again, I kind of struggled to come up with an idea for this that wasn't just basic and boring. It kind of ended up still basic, but I do like it. So I drew So kind of like I did for the monthly spread, I drew Polaroids and coloured in the photo space black using the fine liner part of my Tombow Dual Brush pen, and then went over it in the gold pen to create the days of the week. So I've just given myself a little bit of space each day to write the events that are going on and things that I need to do. I don't need too much space for individual days because I am still using the illstrymentalist method to plan my weeks. I find it really helpful, so I'm still using it. I might go back to my old setup, but I quite like this one. I made a mistake. I didn't write the days of the week in the Polaroid space. I wrote the date, not the day. And then I wrote, using the gold pen, the day next to it. So here I'm setting up my illstrymentalist method. This is a really simple way to set up a weekly. You basically create a big long master list of all the things you want to do that week that you can add to throughout the week, and you put a dot on the day that you want to complete that, or the deadline that it needs to be done by, and then you can tick it off as you go through the week. Or you put a little arrow if it's migrated to a different day. I really like this, it helps me keep on top of things, and yeah, it just looks really good. I also decorated with more stickers, obviously. So here we go, here's the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this slightly chattier version of a voiceover as well. If you liked it, feel free to give it a like, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and we can hang out some more. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!